Item number YOS-7005. Object class Keter. Containment procedures. Due to YOS-7005's aggressive nature, it is to be held at its original location, Drive, Michigan. 2 security guards are to be present near its containment at all times, and YOS-7005 is to be constantly monitored. In the event YOS-7005 breaches containment, Type 5 hazmat suits are to be worn by personnel near the containment room and to subdue YOS-7005 when spotted. Personnel attacked by YOS-7005 are to be immediately sent to Medical Wing 3 for medical treatment. If YOS-7005 manages to escape the containment area, MTF Unit 95 discipliners are to immediately track down YOS-7005 and place it in a reinforced steel box for transfer back to the containment area. Due to the results of interview log 7005-5, YOS-7005 has become more aggressive, and YOS-7005 is to be exposed to the knockout gas known as C-1027 to keep it from breaching containment. And personnel are to constantly monitor it and prepare for recontainment in the event it causes a containment breach. Description: YOS-7005 is a nude African-American male of indeterminate age. It stands at 1.5 meters tall and weighs 180 kilograms and doesn't possess a metabolism. YOS-7005 rarely stands upright, as if it hasn't developed the ability to do so, instead crawling around like a quadruped. YOS-7005's behavior matches that of a mischievous child, often getting itself into trouble. YOS-7005 mostly attacks any nearby human and stalks them for a significant amount of time. Once its stalking is done, it will immediately lunge at the targeted human and attack by emitting fleshlights and excrete feces from its rear. The fleshes it releases is extremely toxic and potent, and it will lead to immediate death after inhaling a large dose of it. This also applies to the feces. Once the targeted human has expired, YOS-7005 will enter a dormant state and will seek out an object that is comfortable enough for it to rest in. However, while it is resting, it will excessively excrete fleshlights and feces and eventually cease when the gas fills the room it is in. YOS-7005 came to the attention of the Foundation when complaints from neighbors in Drive, Michigan, say that they've caught an extremely unpleasant smell coming from the house nearest to them. The police were involved in investigating the source of this odor. The police reported that a naked man was stinking up the entire house with his farts. The police were possibly attacked by YOS-7005 and killed off. MTF Unit 95 were dispatched when the Foundation was informed of this. YOS-7005 proved to be difficult to contain and to be sent to a facility, and lots of members were lost. After 5 attempts failed, YOS-7005 is contained at its original location and is monitored at its resting room. Addendum: Interviews. YOS-7005 was interviewed by a speaker from Dr. Tesla, questioning it about its motives. However, YOS-7005 is extremely unwilling to cooperate, as it often attempts to ignore Dr. Tesla and attempt to breach containment. There were 5 attempts to interview YOS-7005 for its purpose, and can be seen below. Interview log 7005-1. Interviewer: Dr. Tesla. Interviewed: YOS-7005. Forward: interview conducted after containment of 7005. Unfortunately, there is no audio for this, so I have to follow the transcript below me. YOS-7005 is seen returning to its resting place and goes into dormancy. 30 seconds later, YOS-7005 can be heard excreting fleshlights. Alright, is this working? Yep, let's begin. Hater 7005. Huh? Who dares wake me up? Sorry for disturbing you, but I need you to answer some questions. What do you mean by that? Just answer these questions, would you? How do you feel about being confined? I don't want to hear all of that chit-chat you're making right now. Look, this will only end if you cooperate. Now answer the question. You're like a person I can mess with. I will find you. Look, it's either you answer the question, or we knock you unconscious. Now answer the question. 7005 moves towards the door of its room and breaks out, reaching containment. Well, shit. You're going down. Oh, shit. YOS 7005 lunges at Dr. Tesla and releases fleshless and feces on him. Guards immediately responded and went to the observation room to subdue 7005, knocking it unconscious. YOS 7005 is later placed back in its room. Note from Dr. Tesla. Oh my god, that was gross. Who does this Frank think he is? He clearly didn't answer my questions, so I'd consider giving this a second attempt, and hopefully he cooperates this time. Interview log 7005-2. Forward. Interview conducted after recontainment of 7005 prior to its assault on Dr. Tesla. 7005 is seen unconscious and lying on bed. Alright, hopefully he cooperates this time. I think he might break out again. Are you sure about this? Trust me, he'll cooperate right now after he got knocked out. 7005 twitches and eventually stood slightly up. Look who finally woke up. What the hell just happened? Good morning, 7005. Are you ready to cooperate right now? I don't have time to listen to your mouth, you woodpecker. Listen, if you just cooperate now, then we'll leave you alone. 7005 steps off the bed and moves towards the curtains to grab something. YOS 7005 comes out holding a piece of YOS 1968 and climbs up the bed. Where did he get that? I'm going to drown down your babbling with this shit. 7005 begins devouring YOS 1968. Seconds later, fleshes is heard and feces start to appear. 7005, I demand you cooperate this instant. No response. If you don't answer me right now, I'll knock you out again. No response. As you wish. Dr. Tesla enters the room with the gas mask and knocks 7005 unconscious. Note from Dr. Tesla. 7005 is being mischievous indeed. He doesn't cooperate with me no matter what, and he keeps attempting to make his room stinky with his nudity. There just has to be a way to get him to cooperate. There has to be. Interview log 7005-3. Forward. Interview conducted after 7005 made knocked unconscious by Dr. Tesla. 7005 is seen unconscious and lying on the bed. Trust me, I need him to cooperate, with no excuses whatsoever. Now shut up. 7005 awakens. What's going on? 7005, can you promise me that you will cooperate this time? You're starting to get my last term right now, you cute piece of pie. If you want to be so annoying, then take this as a gift. 7005 turns around to face its rear of the camera and emits flashing sounds. Stop teasing, 7005. I need you to stop this right now. All I need you to do is answer some questions about why you're acting like this. So just please talk to me for once, you mischievous son of a bitch. No response. 7005, can you hear me? I'm out of here. 7005 rushes to the door and it breaks through, breaching containment. Closing statement. YOS 7005 broke out of its containment area after attacking and killing all personnel spotted by it. MTF Unit 95 was dispatched to capture it. YOS 7005 was later captured and contained after it killed 23 nearby residents of Drive. YOS 7005 is knocked unconscious and sent back to the containment area. Note from Dr. Tesla. Look, I know that I should probably quit with the attempts to get 7005 to cooperate, but he has to bust somehow. Trust me on this one. Interview log 7005-4. Forward. Interview conducted after 7005 being knocked unconscious by MTF Unit 95 prior to attempted breach of containment. 7005 is seen unconscious and lying on the bed. 7005, I swear. Just try to answer these questions. It's not that hard. 7005 twitches and slightly stood up. Hater 7005, I'm sick of your shit. 7005 suddenly lunges at the camera and rips it off the walls. It places it on the bed for 7005 to face its rear and come towards it and release flashness on it. 7005, this is the last straw. You have been the most troublesome thing I've ever dealt with. Do you know how many things that look like you I've seen just act just like you? A bunch of them are immature assholes. You are one of them. So once again, I am reminding you again. Answer these fucking questions right now, or else you'll be knocked down again. The response, still attacking the camera. That's it. I'm releasing the knockout gas on you so you don't attempt to escape. Dr. Tesla presses the button to release the gas. 7005 becomes unconscious after seconds of release. Note from Dr. Tesla. How about this? Let me try one more time to get him to respond to my simple questions. If he doesn't, fine, I'll stop this. How will you know when he actually respond, huh? And lastly, interview log 7005-5. Interview conducted after 7005 being knocked unconscious about the gas released by Dr. Tesla. 7005 is seen unconscious and lying on the bed. 7005 awakens. Okay, that's it. That's the final straw. Hello there, 7. Enough! I've had it with you, and you caused me harm like this. Who do you think I am? A toy? No, you dumbass. I swear you are the most annoying person I've ever seen in my life. What do you have to say for yourself? Look, I'm just trying. Too late. You must die, you fucking penis sucker. 7005 immediately lunges at the camera and rips it off to put it on the bed to face his rear towards the camera and emit flashlights. That's it, you fucking piece of bullshit. I've had it with you. All I needed to do was get some answers from you. You decided to ignore everything I asked you. You know what? I'm coming in there if you don't want to talk digitally. So are you going to talk to me or what? No response. That's it. I'm coming in there to spit your information out of your mouth. If it's the last thing I do. Dr. Tesla leaves the observation room and enters into 7005's room. Come here, you die, bitch! Oh, holy shit! 7005. Dr. Tesla gets tackled by 7005 and immediately gets pinned down by 7005's unnatural strength and succumbs to its toxic fleshless and feces. For the next minute, 7005 continues its aggressive farting and later covers the room with the gas. Everyone will get the taste of this butt. 7000. I keep saying that. Guards enter the room to try to subdue 7005, but gets overwhelmed by it and gets terminated by 7005. 7005 later breaches containment. 7005 was recontained. Let me start. Closing statement. YOS-7005 escaped the containment area and was able to evacuate the neighborhood it was in before NTF Unit 95 was sent to capture it. YOS-7005 was recontained 2 hours later after causing 231 casualties in Michigan. YOS-7005 is knocked unconscious and is placed in constant observation. Note from Dr. Carl. After this troubling incident, 7005 seems to have become more aggressive towards Foundation staff, and his excrements seem to have gotten more toxic as it releases it more frequently than expected. Now that every time he wakes up, he immediately becomes aggressive and starts his farting attack to fill the room up with his toxic gas, and now breaches containment far more frequently. Now thanks to Dr. Tesla, we made 7005 even more dangerous. So for now, we keep this aggressor at bay by constantly knocking him out with the knockout gas, and hopefully he gives up and calms down for good. Addendum. After the results from interview log 7005-5, further interviews with 7005 are prohibited. Addendum. Due to the highly aggressive nature of YOS-7005 prior to results of Incident 7005A, termination of YOS-7005 is currently being considered. Now we're moving on to Incident 7005-A. YOS involved. YOS-7005. YOS-7005 breached containment on due to the failure of triggering the release of the knockout gas by a malfunction. The following is a timestamp of the events regarding the incident. 0 seconds. YOS-7005 woke up and aggressively started to release flashlights and feces at a highly accelerated rate, immediately filling up the room with unpleasant smell. 1 minute and 23 seconds. The button for the knockout gas was pressed but failed to trigger, allowing 7005 to breach containment. 1 minute and 34 seconds. 7005 started attacking all Foundation personnel present. 12 minutes and 32 seconds. 7005 escaped the containment area and immediately fled the neighborhood. 13 minutes and 45 seconds. MTF Unit 95 is released for recontainment of 7005. 15 minutes, 14 seconds. 2 minutes of searching. 19 minutes and 53 seconds. MTF Unit 95 spots 45 deceased civilians having feces covering their heads. 20 minutes and 7 seconds. MTF Unit 95 examines the deceased bodies. 27 minutes, 45 seconds. MTF Unit 95 continues their pursuit of YOS-7005. 45 minutes, 55 seconds. 295 deceased civilians found. 57 minutes and 34 seconds. MTF Unit 95 reports catching a glimpse of YOS-7005 fleeing and starts their pursuit on it. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 21 seconds. YOS-7005 immediately vanishes from view. 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 51 seconds. 324 deceased civilians found. 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 32 seconds. MTF Unit 95 approaches a nearby forest and sets up an observation post to track down YOS-7005. 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 5 seconds. One member reports sounds of breaking twigs and sounds of fleshlings. 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 21 seconds. YOS-7005 suddenly appears and attacks all members of MTF Unit 95, killing them all. YOS-7005 later disappears into the woods. 3 hours, 35 minutes, and 23 seconds. MTF Unit 71 threat detectors were sent to track down the location of 7005. 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 45 seconds. YOS-7005's location is traced to a house in Drive in Michigan. 4 hours, 21 minutes, and 23 seconds. MTF Unit 71 reaches 7005's location and enters. 4 hours, 21 minutes, and 45 seconds. MTF Unit 71 members split to find YOS-7005. 4 hours, 22 minutes, and 34 seconds. Member 2 reports hearing the sounds of fleshlings coming from the basement of the house. An audio log is captured during this process. Alright, entering the basement now. Fletchless is heard. Member 1 to 10, I found the subject, preparing for capture. Come here. YOS-7005 lunges at member 2 and terminates him. 7005 then presumably ran up to the top floor of the house. 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 12 seconds. YOS-7005 immediately spots member 3 and 5 and terminates them. 4 hours, 26 minutes, and 16 seconds. YOS-7005 escapes from the house. Members 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10 survive. 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 56 seconds. MTF Unit 71 tracks YOS-7005's new location. 4 hours, 35 minutes, and 32 seconds. 7005 is located at Drive in Michigan. 7 hours, 25 minutes, and 38 seconds. MTF Unit 71 arrives at the new location. 7 hours, 26 minutes, and 21 seconds. All members split up to find YOS-7005. 7 hours, 26 minutes, and 54 seconds. Member 6 reports hearing fleshless in the bathroom. There are 2 rooms, and checked on the room. An audio log is recorded during this period. Fleshless is heard. Alright, I'm checking the bathroom to check where the sound is coming from. Member 6 opens the bathroom door. Come here! Oh shit! 7005 attacks member 6, who eventually dies. 7005 runs out of the house and out of sight. 7 hours, 34 minutes, and 23 seconds. Members 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10 leave the house after confirming that 7005 is no longer present. 7 hours, 36 minutes, and 47 seconds. MTF Unit 71 tracks 7005's new location. 7 hours, 37 minutes, and 29 seconds. 7005 is located at Street in Michigan. 7 hours, 41 minutes, and 50 seconds. MTF Unit 71 places surveillance cameras across street for better chances at tracking down 7005. 8 hours, 55 minutes, and 12 seconds. 7005 spotted in camera 7, which it immediately spotted. Audio was picked up during this point. 7005 is seen rapidly approaching camera 7. You're going down, spying bitch. 7005 pins down camera 7 and faces its rear towards it and starts screening flashlights. Camera and audio suddenly cuts off. 9 hours, 12 minutes, and 30 seconds. YOS-7005 destroys camera 7 with its toxic flashlights and fecal waste in liquid form and eventually flees. 10 hours, 34 minutes, and 49 seconds. After another hour of no signs of 7005, MTF Unit 71 eventually decides to track down 7005 and think of a safer way to contain it. 10 hours, 41 minutes, and 45 seconds. 7005 is located at Road in Michigan. 11 hours, 33 minutes, and 23 seconds. MTF Unit 71 arrives at the house and it seems abandoned. 11 hours, 43 minutes, and 37 seconds. 7005's flashlight is heard, and all members follow it. 11 hours, 43 minutes, and 52 seconds. 7005 is seen pointed his rear up on a bed, constantly screening flashlights. An audio log is recorded by Member 7 for his success on subduing 7005. Flashlights is heard. Okay, Member 7, you're up. Okay. Hold still, you bastard. Member 7 successfully shoots 7005 with his tranquilizer dart. Oh shit! YOS-7005 aggressively excretes flashlights before it being knocked unconscious. Yes, finally. Yeah, dude's been out for 11 hours. Well, that's enough celebrating. Let's take him back before he wakes up. 11 hours, 45 minutes, and 2 seconds. MTF Unit 71 places 7005 in a reinforced steel container and drives it back to its original location. 12 hours, 48 minutes, and 12 seconds. Original containment area reached. YOS-7005 placed back into the room. End of event. Note from Dr. Carl. After the incident was over, 7005 became even more hostile than before and made the room smell even worse with its aggressive farts. This thing had gotten out of hand and lots of personnel kept complaining about the smell, making their noses close up. Normally we wouldn't do this, but I say we try to terminate 7005 as soon as possible. If we keep this up, I fear that 7005 will eventually drop a fart bomb on us. If he's even able to emit the worst things possible. We cannot have even worse aggressive farts than what we have now, you know. Note from 071 regarding Dr. Carl's note. Dr. Carl, I would like to say that termination of 7005 has yet to be approved by us. So for now, just keep it at bay until the decision can be made. That is the rewritten version of this YOS. I'll see you in the next one.